manly, meaty endowments.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism and toxic masculinity. In this
you need to get laid.
text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
That can't be real. That has got to be a comedy sketch. Please tell me that isn't real.
This is every fucking BreadTube video to me.
Except, I've done YouTube long enough to know that might be fucking right. Or that might be fucking dead ass. Dead ass. I don't know what video that was, because Shu for whatever reason, likes to keep the name of her detractors private, but whatever.
Dude, this is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself, and I'm not gonna lie, the 19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So, like I said,
Thank God we have Shu on head. Now we can start to get a real national movement against the importance of abolishing the 19th.
Story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males.
Right. This is where their business model sucks. I can't speak for every fucking male. Or I can't speak for every fucking straight male. But, speaking as a straight man myself, there is no fucking way I am swallowing Minotaur cum, male Minotaur cum, to get a better erection. I'll just go with the fucking Viagra.
And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay? I'm not out here like selling feet pics or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls. At one point she says the term, and I quote,
I mean, I'm sorry, but this whole business proposition is shitty. Okay, fellas, you want to fuck your girlfriends and wives like you did back in the day? Hey, 45-year-old business executive, you want to fuck your secretary in ecstasy? All right, all you have to do is swallow this bull semen. There aren't going to be that many takers.
the seam of his sack. So I'm reading this and the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, he probably has like a human head, right? He probably like looks something like this, like, you know, just a dude with like horns. Then I see the official artwork. That's a cow.
Yeah, that's a cow.
Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow. In a few parts they're being intimate and it will be like, his hooves clip-clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like, I'm sorry, his what? At one point, she describes kissing.
Yeah, sorry, but the 19th definitely needs to be repealed. Immediately. I can't have a gender that reads this shit and to have them voting. Nope.
And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing this shit and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also f***ers his ass. She f***ers the cow's ass. Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world student loans still exist. Like we can imagine.
Also, I'm sorry, but I can't speak for every straight male. But I'm going to go out on a limb and say the majority of us do not want a girl to put their finger in our asshole. We don't want anything going up there. Unless we medically desperately need it.
A world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of those bull rings, like the nose ring theory septum rings. And in this world, that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow with a cow ex-wife. The lore is-
Actually, it'd be a cow ex-wife. He'd be a divorced bull.
Deep, folks.
By the way, we're coming up to the ultimate funniest part of this video.
The funniest part, though, has to be when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half. What kind-
Look. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna let this play out and then I'll give my half.
What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She
What
couldn't
kind of
remember the
feminist
last
are
time
you?
she'd been out and hadn't
This is the absolute final form of feminism, and it is self-destructive.
paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her, the heat of his hand dropping to her knee would've. I don't want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders.
Okay, so this is like literally the male feminist fantasy. I am in charge, but only if you let me. Hey feminists, hey ladies, that ain't the way alphas work.
That ain't the way alphas work.
That ain't the way any real men work.
We tell you what's what, and you shut up and follow.
But you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers.
This type of man does not exist. Well, one, because he's a minotaur, but two, if you're a feminist and you're on a date with any man that is not a beta sucking, suck boy fucking beta male feminist, they're gonna say, that's not happening. I'm getting the check, and you can fuck off. Or your opinion of me getting the check can fuck off.
You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't
Yeah, of course. And then you see the type of women that read this shit.
be bought. But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen face first on his cock with an open.
Now, I gotta ask, does this cock have fur or not? I mean, I don't know the anatomy of a fucking minotaur.
Open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside every woman, there are two wolves, or two bulls. The strong, independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time, but I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
Yeah, because I guarantee you anytime a actual man said that to you, you're being like, oh my god, you're being so controlling and misogynistic. Or any man that could actually pay for you got the girl 100 pounds lighter.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what I thought of it.
Again, we desperately need to repeal the 19th.
But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.
Alright, that's pretty much it for that. I just wanted to make fun of that fat bitch. Alright, I'm gonna do this last one from Kyle Kalinske. Perverts Alex Jones and Russell Brand get naked and touch each other. Wait a second, Kyle. Whoa, wait a second, Kyle. I thought you were LGBTQIAIEIO inclusive. I would expect this from somebody like a Ben Shapiro or a Michael Knowles or a Matt Walsh. But shouldn't you be celebrating the lovely union of Alex Jones and Russell Brand? I mean, by your own progressive logic, you stupid fuck.
Let's have some fun. So, Russell Brand, if I'm not mistaken, I believe relatively recently...
Why are you shaking in your chair? Like, what has Crystal added a ball shocker to your cock cage?
He came out on his YouTube channel and he said, you know what, I'm taking a break. And that break is probably tied to the fact that he's undergoing legal proceedings in the UK because he...
I mean, like, Kyle's shaking. What the fuck? Crystal, let him out. Suck him off.
Was charged with, I don't know the exact charge. I don't know if it's rape or if it's sexual assault or whatever. But, you know, there was that big report that came out which detailed these very serious allegations against Russell Brand, multiple very serious allegations against Russell Brand. And so it was sort of hanging over his head for a while.
I haven't heard anything about that. I don't know anything about that, nor do I really care. I'll take the same stance I've always taken. I need to see evidence before I render a conclusion.
And in fact, many people speculate, myself included, that that's why he did this goofy conversion where all of a sudden he went from being... He started out as like a left-wing guy, then he became like an enlightened centrist conspiracy guy, and then all...
I always just found Russell Brand as a gross, I don't shower guy.
All of a sudden he became like a mega evangelical Christian, you know, type character.
Maybe he did. I didn't follow him that close.
Like almost like this preacher character. And so many people pointed out...
But again, coming from you, Kyle, you're so fucking disingenuous. You're so dishonest that, yeah, forgive me if I don't believe you. Also, it's kind of funny. You're also wearing $8 fucking Target goddamn headphones.
Hey, maybe he's doing this because he realizes the legal trouble he's in and he's trying to get ahead of it and try to, oh, I'm a changed man. Oh, you know, I've asked for forgiveness from God for all my sins and yada, yada, yada.
Look, I am not an expert on the legal system, but I do happen to know that asking forgiveness from God doesn't really grant you that much. And asking, hey, I suck dick, doesn't do anything for you. But then again, here's a real fucked up thing, Kyle. Depending on what he's being charged with, Russell Brand is not a United States citizen. He's a UK citizen. And depending on what he's charged with, if it is, let's say, anti-homophobic, and he shows himself basically shirtless and making out with Alex Jones, that gets him off the fucking hook. You know, the same stupid anti-free speech shit you'd love to have in the United States, yeah, that's what he's fighting against. If I had to guess. Again, I don't know anything about the situation, and I don't care.
So anyway, he like went out on his channel and said, I'm taking a break, but now he just randomly popped up on Alex Jones' channel.
You know what? I don't care. This one sucks. Alright, this is from Xander Hall. It's from 3 hours ago.
Ismo! And it took me even longer than that to finally learn that,
Well,
This is some good news. One of the biggest grifters in
Okay, Xander Hall is still broadcasting from his either church basement or grandma's basement or I don't know, some fucking basement.
the right-wing anti-woke gaming sphere. Geeks and Gamers has died. No, not literally died. Sorry, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. I mean, his channel died. He literally had to evacuate to a second channel to try and escape the algorithmic nosedive. And even
It's not what I've seen. But you do you.
there, he is not doing great. Holy crap, man. Let me tell you, this guy used to absolutely dunk on my channel. And now, I mean, I think actually, yeah, he's getting less views than my channel is. My channel's got 200,000 plus views in the last 7 days. His channel's only got 112.
Yeah, except your channel is in its death throes. You've already been caught on camera begging your fans for money.
12,000 views in the last 7 days. Ho 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 ho. Nah, in all seriousness, I don't mean to make it into a view measuring contest, because in most cases I would lose that contest, but it is funny nonetheless. Because seeing a grift fail is never not satisfying. This guy has been one of the most...
What about your grift? That left-wing politics are popular, left-wing narratives are popular, left-wing media is popular, and what more people want to see is girl bosses. Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
disingenuous, dense motherfuckers, as Dark Viper AU would call him, in the right-wing grift space. He just... oh my gosh. He actually gives the quartering a run for his money. This guy, on his main channel, uploaded hundreds of videos about Brie Larson in 2019. In 2019, I scrolled through Geeks and Gamers' channel after searching Brie Larson and scrolled for 5 minutes straight. Just 5 straight minutes of scrolling.
And what happened? Geeks and Gamers was proven right. Brie Larson is unemployable. Captain Marvel was, while a financial success, a utter death blow to the MCU. So, what's your point here, sweetheart? You know what? I think this is where I'm going to end this. So, the government shutdown is now over. And I think Trump made the first big mistake of his second term. I'll explain to you what I mean by this. If I was advising Trump, what I would have done is on Halloween or October 30th, at some point, make an announcement that via executive action or executive order or somehow, some way, I will keep Snap open. Now, here's the kicker. Technically, Trump can't do that. The president doesn't have that power. But it would have forced the Democrats into a no-win scenario. If they let Trump do it by executive order, even though that's on shaky legal ground, if they do nothing, they'll get yelled at for not opposing every single thing that Trump does. Remember, there are people on the left that if Trump said, "I love oxygen, wonderful, glorious oxygen," they'd tie plastic bags around their fucking heads. If, however, they oppose it, then they look like monsters not giving a shit if people go hungry. Like I said, I can't believe anybody in the Trump team didn't bring it up. Even again, if he had the shakiest of legal ground to do it, it would have forced the Democrats into literally a no-win scenario. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. Like I said, I think it's a mistake. I think it was a missed opportunity. I don't know if that'll affect him in the midterms or the Republicans' chances in the midterms. But like I said, I just think it was a wasted opportunity. The money, my friends, is already leaving New York City. New York City restaurateur cancels a planned expansion following the Zohran Mamdani victory. The newly New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani's radical policy proposals have promoted high-profile restaurateur Stratis Morphagen. If I pronounced that wrong, I'm sorry, and I don't care. To cancel plans to open new businesses. He told Side Dish he's pulling the plug on 3 establishments, including one in Midtown West. He was waiting before the election to sign, I assume, leases, and now he's not going to. Where is he going to be opening restaurants? In Miami. Gee, it's almost like a friendly business climate attracts money. Something the socialist dipshit doesn't understand. I'm not signing any more leases in New York, he vowed. I'll keep what I have. We're not expanding in New York, but we are pursuing further opportunities in Miami and other cities. They just don't feel this particular mayor, even though Zohran Mamdani does not have the power that a lot of people think he has. Like, he can't actually make the buses free. He can't actually, on his own, make a tax without the blessing of Albany. So, but he is anti-business and apparently New York is a terrible place already to try to start something new. Veteran restaurateur and nightlife guru Richie Romero had the same response to Mamdani's win. Romero put a halt to new openings, except for a new East Village outpost of Sushi by Boo. Why do these restaurants all have these weird-ass fucking names? Why not just an honest name? Slop Bucket. Eat it, you fat fucks. For which construction began months before the election. The hatred of Jews, socialism, economics, it's too much. He said of Mamdani, I had to be vocal. I get attacked, but it is what it is. Romero, who hosted fundraising events for Cuomo. I'm sorry, but Cuomo was a terrible candidate. What rock did you guys get him out from under? Said he was launching a coalition to fight socialism that is still in the works. He's wasting his time. Instead of betting on New York, the Lifeline New Yorker is opening 12 to 15 concepts outside of the city in secondary market, from Atlanta, Dallas, to, once again, Florida. Gee, it's almost like states and cities with friendly business policies get the money. Meanwhile, anyone that can leave the socialist shitholes known as San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, and now New York are doing so. Is there any more of this? Morphagen said he opted not to sign a lease for an all but completed deal for a new restaurant on 32nd Street and 10th. He put the brakes on signing leases for new diners on the Upper East Side at 62nd Street and another one at First Avenue. I'm not signing any leases now. We want to wait and see what Mamdani does. His radical changes scare the S out of me and to most small business owners. The mayor-elect's proposal to raise the city minimum wage to $30, which will make the city even more unaffordable, because all you do when you raise the minimum wage is make shit more expensive for everyone else. To put fast casual out of business. There won't be any more diners for $25 a person. If a $12 burger goes up to $22, we still have to pay rent, and our profit margin of 10% is too thin to survive. Because Mamdani's an idiot that thinks that when a person orders a burger and fries and let's say it's $20 just for an easy number, that the restaurant pockets 19 of it. No, they don't. First off, at least $10 is used to make the burger itself, if not more. So we have $10 left. But then you have $3 to the one cook to make the burger, $3 to the next cook, the other guy, or no, let's go $2 to the one cook to make the burger, $2 to the other guy who's working fries, and then another guy to put the whole damn thing together. So that's $6 gone. Now you got $4, and you got to pay some guy $1 to wash all the dishes, and another $1 to the waitress to actually serve the shit. You're down to $2 out of the 20 you charged. That's your profit margin. But again, idiots like socialists like Bernie Sanders, Mamdani, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Jasmine, they don't understand it. They think that they sell a burger for $20 and they pocket 19. And AOC should fucking know better because she worked in a restaurant, for Christ's sakes. She should know the razor-thin profit margins. The only thing I can think of is that she was that stupid, was that she was only seeing the booze side of things, because she was a bartender. Yes, the bar has high markups. But guess what? That bar is paying for everything else. Because in most bars, food is sometimes served at a loss. Because it's basically designed to get you sober so you drink more. He's also worried about public safety. Under Mamdani is an ardent critic of the NYPD. It's personal for Morphigan, who said illegal immigrants have assaulted members of his family in recent years, leading to one of them being hospitalized. I've had enough. I love NYC, but even after all the destruction with Cuomo during COVID, I was forced to vote for him because anything is better than a socialist communist with insane anti-small business policies. I can't believe New York City voted for him. I don't recognize this city anymore. This is not the city that my dad loved. Basically, he doesn't feel safe near his 24-hour Gramercy Park diner called Diner 24. Thankfully, they have a police station a block away, but what happens if he defunds it? Anti-business proposals like taxing the rich, opening publicly run grocery stores angered him too. You see 30 to 40% of vacant stores now. How do you suggest that someone who is not pro-business will make it get better? He won't. Mark Butcher, who co-owns Medium Rare, he owns 9 cities, including one in the Big Apple, says he's always bullish on New York and plans to open a new outpost in Manhattan, but I think you're gonna lose money if you open a business during this mayor's tenure. He has no idea how business works. This guy's never had a job. He's never known how to make a dollar. So, like I said, money's already fleeing New York, and it's just gonna get worse. So we have $10 left. But then you have $3 to the one cook to make the burger,